Thanks, that helps.
I've done 15 years and want to get some way on. But the nice thing about mine is mine's the new ones are computer design, and they use cubics and cones. Somebody calls me more so I don't even answer. Right.
Seriously. Nice, the guy's freaking sick. I like the morning sick. Same old, same old. Sorry, kid. I just looked up and looked around. I was like, oh, there it is. No, no. You're around. Oh, okay. You find it? Oh, unless you were looking at something. Yeah, yeah.
No, es que yo no dije que quería ni.
He's just talking about that right now.
You have to bring her. You have to bring her into it. At least that's not on your anniversary. So you'll be able to at least from Lord of the Rings. Oh, all right. Gotta do the round. I know you have. Shut up. Just take that. Just take that picture.
Excuse me.
Yeah, right? That's what Oh, wow. I just heard yeah, well, he's 65, and that's 1941. This is before this.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. This one was not in World War II. They used it as a training.
But they used it
Yes.
Scott
Yeah.
That's great stuff, but I don't think. Excuse me.
So that's
I haven't seen. He usually does a shot of us. I've seen guys from John Lubick. He's got the dragon over there. He hand painted it. Big guy, straight through. You'll see it. Yes.
he was building a rocket. scratch build is a gump. I gotta do a porta potty.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I've got a female driver with her half of her fire suit. So I'm gonna have her standing and pee in the gum. And then the drag car parked outside. So I'm gonna drag
Yeah, beautiful.
So that was the first time we've ever been there.
Yeah. And from there, that was Friday, Saturday. Like how the concerts they had that boss bags playing all their
Oh, really? How do you sound?
That's good. It sounds just like a record. Sounds and all that stuff. So that was Saturday. And then Sunday, you know, we still there. Sunday, don't have one.
So was it like just a romantic getaway or was it a vacation?
It was like a vacation with the wife. Well, it was, what's it? See, my
In my category too. Now I want to break it down.
So you think they're judging?
I know, it's only like what, a couple hours? Okay.
But if you lose power, the first thing you think is forward, but it wouldn't matter because the clutching was gone. And so then you went into a turn, you may have been trying to turn back, too steep a turn and stalled. This is a big nice guy.
So far,
What are they calling up there?
They stayed in the wall.
Alright.
At a state.
I know you do. Yeah, so it's been really rough.
This is really came close enough.
This, so it's hard to
I
build.
talked to him yesterday afternoon. I texted him in the morning to see how he made it through the night. So I go back home, and then I called him in the afternoon and talked to him. He said, yeah, that's what I told him. And he goes,
Work of faith to save this house.
and we kind of talked about the shelter. And he said, yeah, I got advice for you. Already activated. I like her. They don't turn the lights on. He says, and there's a between. He said there's two groups. But they said,
He's probably just in a big room.
yeah, they were in a gymnasium. Excuse me. They had cots, but they were.
Oh yeah.
What'd you bring?
I didn't bring it. I just came. Excuse me.
Yeah, no.
He thinks ours.
So speaking of
No, we do too. Everything, but same thing. We make him leave at midnight. So he has to go home and go to sleep. But usually every Saturday night he comes over. But he's not coming this Saturday.
I can normally tell because it doesn't answer.
He's over at our place, usually from 6:30 to midnight. He's over building IPMS, do all that, and then he has his own desk and stuff. For a while, we used to have to read his stuff at our place, but we said no. I go, I know.
he's still in physical therapy.
I don't know what you would do. If he comes over here, meet me at the front door. Well, I'm gonna go find him. I'm gonna go in the other room and see if he's gonna start. I'll meet him front. If I find him, I'll come in. How you doing? Slinger over there. Another box Israeli bullfighter, a Sky Raider from Virginia, Sky Raider. Tanky looking thing over there. The Warhammer tank. It's got like a huge, it's like an assault tank. It's got a big cannon up front. And a little humor modeling thing called No More Burritos. No Armor. I thought it might be yours. That's yours.
All right, we are ready. We are ready to announce the winners of Orangecon 2019. Okay. All right, quiet down, everyone. All right. Let's start with a thank you to all of our visitors, all those who traveled from near and far to come out and join us today. Thank you for joining us and making this a great show. All right, volume's up as high as it's going to go, so I will speak as loudly as I can to keep this thing rolling. Oh, I see.
You guys can stand up for a minute.
I'm going to put the speaker on top of the table to help spread the noise around. All right. So I know we had some of the folks from Las Vegas come out. I saw a few of them. Thank you for joining us. You know, we had a contingent coming down from Mount Diablo, the Northern California clubs. Thank you. I know at least one fellow came down from Utah for today's show. Welcome. Got some Arizona out there. Anyone else come from far away? Where you come from?
Corona.
Corona.
Not one of you drinking.
I hear from Downey. Oh wow. Yeah. All right, everyone. So gonna get this thing rolling. We're gonna start with the kids categories and get them their recognition right up front here. Yes, and we've given participation ribbons out there to all of our young contestants here. So those are yours to keep. Feel free to pick those up and take them home with you when you pick up your model. So we are going to go ahead and start with the junior category. This is juniors up to age 12. We have a third place going to a Rommel Salazar for the Sherman tank. All right. We have a second place going to Sasha Bright for the French Navy. Yes, everyone, be sure to make room for anyone who needs to come on down these aisles. Do we have Sasha Bright? All right. All right. Dan's got it. Thank you. All right, and a first place going to Leo Maida for the 78 Japan Ground Self-Defense Force vehicle. Leo? All right. Come on up. Thanks very much. Right, we have the young adult category, ages 13 to 17. We only had 2 entries this time. We have a second place going to, looks like Giada Cuesta for a P40. Sorry, yes, our contest director, Dan, is going to handle handing out the award medallions here. I'm trying to keep the paperwork straight.
And he's done a fantastic job this year.
Yeah. Yes, Dan this is Dan's first year as being contest director for our show.
Good job.
Yes, with our new procedure here of closing half the room at a time, had its little hiccups, but we've gotten through it. And did you enjoy being able to see the models for longer? Yeah. I hope so. All right. Yeah, we want to keep that feature up. Okay, first place, young adults, Brooklyn Bogdan for the White Unicorn.
I'm not really a young adult.
All right. All right, and now, before we move on to the adult categories, we have a IPMS Nationals special award presentation. Do we have it was Joe Porsche? Are you nearby? All right, Joe, explain what's going on.
All right, just to introduce myself, I'm Joe Porsche. I'm the regional coordinator for Southern Nevada and all of Southern California. Oversee the 12 clubs that are down here. Try to keep you guys all in line. No, it's more try to help and bring forward issues for your members. Anyways, we had Terry Hubbard is here somewhere. Huber. God, I always call him Hubbard.
Terry, where are you?
Terry Huber's here somewhere. There he is. Anyways, Terry won regional newsletter of the year. He has probably, you can come on up, he has probably the best newsletter in all of this country. And also received the national award. He wasn't there at Chattanooga to receive it. I hope you got it. It came home with Mark De La Duca. So, anyways, but then I also had for him today, and I went in front of his home crowd to recognize him. This is the official Region 8 Newsletter of the Region Award. This comes from our Director of Local Chapters, Dave Lockhart, and he sent it to me to give to you today and tell you to keep it up. And this is the second time you've won this award, correct?
That's right. Yeah.
So if you haven't seen the newsletter, it is definitely one of the best newsletters around. What do you average, about 75, 80 pages each?
Maybe around 50 now, because we're trying to thin it out.
There you go. It's still a great newsletter. Anyways, for you, congratulations. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks.
And now we're going to tear on into the categories. Now, we did this last year to speed up time. It seems to work very well. So what I'm going to do is, in rapid succession, I'm going to read the third, the second, and the first place winners, and all of you come down at once and get your awards at the same time. This will keep us moving. So listen and come on down when I call your name. Category 1, surface ships, all types and scales, sponsored by Military Hobbies.
Hey.
Third place, Roger Encarnacion for the USS Missouri. Second place, Jim Stute for the Tsarist
Battleship Orel.
Oh, Tsarist Battleship Orel. And first place to Jerry Jackson for his Yamashiro. If I'm not mistaken, Jerry's up from San Diego, is that correct?
Correct.
Awesome.
So Jerry, how do you train that spider to rig that ship?
He does it at night while I'm sleeping.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, second place, Jim Stute. Jim Stute's coming, all right. There he is, Jim Stute, you won for your Tsarist battleship. Second place. All right. Category 2, submarines, all types and scales. Third place, Ken Guerrero for the I-58 submarine. Second place, Jim Stute for the Type 9B U-boat. And first place, see Steve Travers for the Revell Type 7C U-boat.
Good work.
Category 3, we have a split in Category 3. So the Category 3 sponsor is Military Hobbies. So our first side of this split, though, 3A will be, the category is Allied Tanks and Assault Guns, closed top, 1945 and earlier, 135 and larger. UK, so we have a split in tanks, and UK was big enough by itself to get its own category. Different, that's different. So third place, Sean Hayes for his Centaur. Okay, we've got second place to Julian English for his M3 Grant. And Sean Hayes, you also won first place for your Whippet. So, the other side of that, everything that's not UK in that tank category, Allied tanks. Third place, Mike Armstrong for the T10 Shop Tractor. Second, Peter Booker for the SU 101. SU 101, okay. And first place also to Peter Booker for the Pershing. Yes, we do have a modified sweeps rule here at Orangecon, where if you're entered in a category, you cannot win all three, but you could win up to 2 of them if you've got some good models in that category. Category 4, Axis tanks and assault guns, closed top, 45 and earlier. This 35 and larger. Sponsored by the Eastern Front. Third place, Mike Pazika for the Panther G. Come on up, Mike. Sitting outside. Bueller. Come on, Mike. Oh, there he is. Come on up, Mike. Second place to Christopher Martin for the Panther A. Well done. There you go, Mike. And first place to Steve Travers for the Tamiya Tiger 1. Category 5, tanks, assault guns, closed tops, 45 and later, all types, 35th and larger. Category is sponsored by Military Hobbies. This one also had a split. First side of the split, Category 5A, Russian subjects. Third place, Jim Spellmeyer for the Russian T90. Second place, Mike Hutchison, also for a T90. And first place, Peter Bucher, also for a T90. T90s are very popular.
All right, the T90 Club. Yeah.
T90 Club.
Oh, man.
All right.
Nice shot, guys. Thank you.
5B, NATO subjects. Third place, Pascal Zant for the Type 90. Second place, Dan Hayes for the Merkava Mark IIB. And first place goes to Conrad Schreier for the Tiran 6. Okay, Pascal, where are you, Pascal? Come and get your third place. Here he comes. And here comes Conrad. Great. Okay, category 6, which is artillery and open-top self-propelled guns, all types, all scales, sponsored by the Pasadena Modelers Society.
Mike.
Okay. Hello? Hello? Uh-oh. Hello? Power's off.
Hey, been having
Hey.
Oh, you lean on it.
Hello? Are we on?
Give it a second. No, not yet.
It's got
Get away from this.
Okay. Ah, there it is. All right. Category 6 is the artillery and open-top self-propelled guns, all types and all scales. This is sponsored by the Pasadena Modelers Society, and we have a split in this category. So we all know the local SoCal Amps chapter decided to do a group build of artillery to fill the tables of a category that's frequently lesser attended. So I think they did their job enough. We have a split. Good to see. Category 6A, powered vehicles. So this is the self-propelled guns. Third place, let's see, Joseph Rockamora for the Trumpeter S51. Second place to Peter Bucher for the Vespa. And first place is going to Kevin Collins for the Russian 251 artillery truck. Category 6B, non-powered. Third place, one more for Joseph Rockamura for his Trumpeter B4. Second place going to Jim Fry for the Skoda Heavy Siege Howitzer. And okay, first place is going to me, Sean Folson, for the Krupp 42-centimeter Big Bertha. Well, thank you. All right, category Category 7, let's keep this thing rolling with wheeled, half-track, track, armored vehicles, 35th and larger, sponsored by Military Hobbies. Third place, come on back up, Mike Bedzika for the White Sox car. White Sox car?
White Scout car.
Let's see, somebody wrote Sox here, S-O-X. White Scout car.
Not even white. It's M3A1.
Go figure. Somebody's playing a joke on me here. It says right there, Sox. All right. Second place for his Auto Blinda AB41, Joe Mendez. There he is. And first place to Mr. Stan Spooner for the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Type 16. Stan Spooner, come on down. Is he coming? His representative is coming. I think Stan, did Stan not make it today, Jim?
He's not here, Carl will come
He's
out.
not here, but I'll take it back to him.
All right, great, thank you.
Carl was supposed to give it to him.
All right, category 8,
He didn't
wheeled, half-track, unarmored vehicle. Third place, Jim Spellmeyer for On Your Other Left. Second is going to Jim Fry for the Landwasserschlepper. And we've got first place going to Peter Bucher for the Chevy Lord truck. Chevy Lord truck. Okay. Peter Bucher. All right, category 9, medium scale military vehicles, Allied. Third place, Dan Hayes for the Type 16 sport vehicle. Second place, going to Conrad Schreier for the M4A3E8 76mm wet Sherman. And first place also going to Conrad Schreier for his Cromwell cruiser tank. Conrad Schreier for first and second. Excellent. While he's on his
Following myself.
yes. All right, category 10, medium scale military vehicles, Axis. There were only 2 entries, unfortunately, but we've got a second place for Grant Mayberry for the Tranquility Before the Storm. As Grant comes on up, the first place is to Bill Evans for the SDKFZ 232. 11, small-scale military vehicles, all type, sponsored by our own Darnell Pasinich. Third place to Timothy Gansky for the FT-17. Second place.
Thank you, sir.
Tim Gansky. All right. Kowski. Interesting. All right. Something's writing these things down funny. All right. Second place. Somebody wrote that wrong. Okay. Second place. I think they're doing their best. They are. Second place to Ed Martin for his Challenger 1. And first place to Bill Evans for the Lorraine 38L. Ed Martin here. Second place, Challenger 1. And here comes Bill Evans. Great. And we are into the car categories now. Oh, this was for the small-scale military vehicle, the Lorraine 38L. Yeah. You never know what's going to happen, folks. Category 12, factory stock and replica stock, domestic and foreign, all types. Middle range scale for cars. So there is a split in this category. 12A. Let's see, this is 1969 and earlier. Third place, Pablo Merez for the 69 Ford Galaxy. Second place, Jay Coburn for the 69 Yemco Camaro. And first place going to John Teresi for the Mercedes Hauler. That's the blue truck. We didn't judge the car on the back of the truck. This is the truck itself. Very nicely done. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The other side of that split is 1970 and newer. We have third place, CJ Morales for the 2017 Ford GT. CJ Morales. He's coming. All right, while he makes it up, we have second place is Jeff Corder for his 2016 Ford GT. So is Jeff coming? Yep. All right. All right, here he comes. And in first place, Mark Jones for his 72 Chevy truck. Now, he replicated a vehicle he owned to the paint fade, discoloration, even the overspray on the plywood board in the back window. This is the first time I've seen a model to make accurate use of decal silvering to replicate the lifeguard label on the side of the real truck that actually was silvered. This is really cool. Thank you. 13, Customs and Lowriders. Third place, David McGowan, the Trailer Park Limo Ford pickup. Second place going to Dennis Martinez for the 67 Chevy Impala. And a first place to Olivier Galgani for the 55 Rolls Royce. All right. We threw that. Oh, we're still waiting. We're still waiting for, I think, Dave and Olivier. Olivier. All right. First place here. And do we have Dave McGowan? Oh, you Dave McGowan?
Yeah.
All right.
Come on
Third
down,
place
man.
for your trailer park limo.
Oh, thanks. There you go. Congrats. Just walked back in.
Hey, category 14, hot rods and street machines. We have a split. First split, 1965 and older. Third place, John Teresi for the 39 Plymouth Air radial truck. And second place also goes to John Teresi for his P29 Roadster. First place is going to Art Lasky for his Foose pickup. In the 66 and later side of the split, third place going to Mark Jones for his Golf 7. We have a second going to Charles Ruth for his Monkeys Mobile Gorillas tribute. And a first place going to John Teresi for his 1970 GSX Buick Flip Nose.
Rounded out the collection.
All right, 15.
First.
15. Competition vehicles straight line, all types, mid scales. Third place, John Teresi for his 132 Ford Dragster. Second, going to Jeff Porter for his Tommy IBO Dragster. And Ivo? Okay. All right. And John, stay here because you also took first place for your Barry Setzer Dragster.
Congratulations. Good job. Right on. Oh, very good. Thank you very much.
Category 16, competition vehicles, oval track, and road racers. This category is sponsored by Lasky Scale Specialties. We have a split in this category. First one is the front engine types. Third place going to Michael Jordan with the WRC Corolla. Second, thank you, Mike. Thank you. Second place going to Gary Curry for the Tamiya Mercedes-Benz CLK. And first place going to Mark Jones for the V6 sedan Lotus. the 16B side of the split rear engine. Third goes to Rusty Price for the Love Bug. Second is going to Danny Galgani for the Jaguar XJ129. And first is going to Jeff Corder for the Lotus 78. Okay, is Jeff heading up? All right, he's on his way. All right, awesome. 17 miscellaneous vehicles. Third place, Art Lasky for the 1936 BMW. Second place, Foster Rash for the 1923 Ford flatbed truck. And first place, Herb Dietz for the 1948 Ford F1 brush truck. Herb is packing up his vendor table, so that's going to be good. All right. 18 motorcycles, sponsored by Darnell Pacinich. Third place to Jeff Corder for the Suzuki Hayabusa. Second is going to John Teresi for the Coca-Cola trike. And first is also going to John Teresi for his Triumph chopper.
Thank you again. Thank you. What are you doing here?
19.
Congrats. Well,
Yeah. Second and
hold
first.
on.
Oh, wait, John Teresi got, you're John Teresi,
Yeah.
right? Second and first.
Yeah, second and first?
Yeah.
Gotta trace him down.
Uh-oh, gotta take an award away from someone. There we go. All right. You all heard me read it. Okay, 19, 172 small prop, single engine, sponsored by Brookhurst Hobbies. Third place, Julian English, Spitfire Mark 8. Second place going to Robert Peters for the Focke-Wulf 190 A8. And first place to Keith Munch for the Focke-Wulf 190 A5. Right. 72 medium and large prop, sponsored by Brookhurst Hobbies. Third place going to Tex Valdez for the Dia 335 A6 Night Fighter. Second going to Barry Webb for the Bugatti. Is this 100P or 10D? 100P. D or P. And first also going to Barry Webb for the JU52. Don't go far, Barry.
Thank you.
Category 21, 72 Jet, also sponsored by Brookhurst Hobby. Third place goes to Barry Webb for his F100C. Second, going to Robert Peters for his Horton 229. And a first place for Manny Gucci for the F9F Panther.
It's so.
We got everyone, or we're still waiting for you? Oh, here he is.
All right. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
All right. Category 22, 48 small prop, sponsored by Military Hobbies. We have a split. Looks like we're doing Allied and Axis this time. Third place for Allied going to Mark Bizak for the P51D, Fighting Lady Iwo Jima. Second is also going to Mark Bizak for his P51D, let's see, Dynamite. And first is going to Josh Nachtigall for the P51 Mustang D-Day. P51s are popular this year. Axis side of the split, third place to Craig Brown for the KI-61 High-End, or the Tony. Craig Brown. Second place going to Douglas Rames for the BF-109 G6. Somebody wrote it. All right. Ramos. Douglas Ramos, second place. And first place to Brian Thomason for another BF-109 G6. Oh,
thank you, Nick. Congrats.
Actually, I was mistaken. That one was split into 3 categories. The third part of this split, post-war aircraft. So we have a few more. Third place to Don Hayes for the Spitfire Mark 14E. A second place to Dennis Henry for the T-34B Mentor. And a first place going to Jim Wexler for the Vietnamese A1H Skyraider. All right, 23, 48 scale medium and large prop, sponsored by Bob Pennicus. Third place going to Jim Fry for the Bristol Viewfighter. Second is going to Mike Brown for the P-38 Lightning. And first is going to Brian Thomason for the JU-88. 24, 48 scale jet, sponsored by the Pasadena Modeler Society. We have a split in this category. First sighted split is U.S.-made aircraft. Third place to Craig Brown for the F-9F Panther. Second place to Peter Long for the F-14A Tomcat. And first place to Dennis Mermiliad for the monogram B-58 Hustler.
Thank you.
Right. Missing second place, Peter Long.
Where is Peter?
Is he helping someone unpack? Okay, we know Peter. Sit it there. All right. Foreign-made jets, 48 scale. Third place to Anthony Wan for the Rafael M. Second place is going to Jim Wexler for the Su-33 Sea Flanker. And first place going to Jim Thompson for the MG-20, MiG-25 Foxbat. Okay, third place, Anthony Wan. Is Anthony Wan here? Anthony Wan for the Rafael M.
Yes, sir. First place, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Does anyone know Anthony? Do we see him? Yeah, okay.
Well, see him. Come
All right, send him on up when he.
Pseudo Anthony. Thank you.
We can find him.
All right.
We'll find him. Thank you.
All right, category 25, small scale aircraft, sponsored by Dennis Henry. Third place, Dennis Henry for the FA-18 Hornet. Second place going to Jeff Hunter for the Boeing 767. And first place is also going to Jeff Hunter for the MD-80.
Congratulations, next kid.
Yeah.
In a row.
All right. 26, 32 scale and larger props. Big category of big airplanes. And we had a split in this category. Looks like we're doing Allied and Axis in this one also. Allied side. Oh, and sponsored by Military Hobbies. Third place to Douglas Ramos for the Kitty Hawk Kingfisher. Second place going to Olivier Galgani for the P-51D Miss B Having. And a first place to Brian Thomason for the F6, F3 Hellcat. Okay, Axis side of that split. Third place, Steve Traversi for the Edward. BF 109 E4. Second place going to Terry Baylor for the Junkers D1.
Congratulations, sir.
And first place going to Keith Munt for the A6 M2K Zero Trainer. Right. Come on, there's Keith. He's coming. We're good. All right. Category 27, 32 scale and larger jets. Another category of big subjects. Sponsored by Military Hobbies. Third place going to Salaladin Axtogen?
He's a Turkish guy.
Oh, okay. F4 Phantom, Japan. Second place, Douglas Ramos for the ME-262B1. And first place, I guess this is Tex Valadez for the MiG-29 Fulcrum D. Okay, 28, 48 and smaller biplanes. Third place, Joe Lamusio for the Hands of Brandenburg W-29. Second, Douglas Ramos for the Airfix Walrus. And first place going to Joe Lamusio again for his Albatross D5. 29, larger scale biplanes. Third place, Joe Lamusio for the Newport 17 C1. Second place going to Terry Baylor for the Rumpler C4 late. And first place also going to Terry Baylor for his Gotha G1. One of the ugliest looking airplanes you'll ever see. Man, are they fascinating. It's all sorts of wrong. 30, rotary wing, i.e. helicopters, sponsored by Darnell Pasinich. Third place, Eric Ramos for the Academy AH-64 Apache. Second, going to Dennis Mermiliad for the Italeri H-21C Shawnee. First place going to Randy Rothar for the wait a minute. FG-1D Corsair? No. That's not right. Okay, somebody better look at this one. Helicopter. An FG-1D is not a helicopter. We'll figure out what went wrong there. All right, we'll get back to that one in a minute. We're going to switch over to the vignettes category. 31 vignettes. No more than 5 figures in one vehicle. This is sponsored by Terry Huber. Third place is going to Kevin Collins for the French EB-90S Algerian Civil War. All right. Okay, circling back to our first place winner for helicopters, it is still Randy Rothar, but it's for his other entry, the CH-54A Sky Crane. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. All right, back to the vignettes. We got Kevin's award here. Second place is going to Bill Evans for the T-34-76 vignette. Bill, come on down. And while Bill's on his way, first place is going to Mike Armstrong for the War to End All Wars vignettes. Go. That's what I thought. Congrats. All right, we got them all. Oh, silver. Looking for Bill Evans. Where's Bill? Okay, Bill's on his way. All right, 31. Wait, that was I just read that one. 32. General Military Dioramas, sponsored by the Eastern Front. Third place, Gerald Takahashi for Distraction from War.
Congratulations, man.
Second place, Norm Lupkev for the Fort Drum, the concrete battleship. How often do you go to a model show and see an entire island in the diorama category? First place going to Sean Hayes for the Keep It Coming Red Ball Express. We're still looking for Bill Evans, second place winner for the vignettes category. Oh, he was here earlier. All right. Okay, so I'll sit down aside for a moment. All right, we'll get back to Bill at some other point. Okay, so category 33, Sci-fi and Miscellaneous Dioramas, sponsored by Darnell Pacinich. Third place to Grant Mayberry for the Chaos Sorcerer. Second place, another one from Gerald Takahashi for his gun tank, early type. And first place, going to, looks like Janan or Hanan Ferdosi for the Compost Mentis Mechanica. There it is. 34 figures, 79mm and smaller. Third place, Peter Ledesma for Colonel Chamberlain. Second place going to Thomas Lee for his fighter pilot.
Congratulations, sir.
And first place going to Jim Stute for his Navy diver. Thanks, Jim Stute. First place. 35th, figures 80mm to 150. There's a first place for Tex Valadez for his Wehrmacht Panzer Commander.
Congratulations, sir.
36 figures 151mm and larger. Third place to Jim Stute for the Old Guard 1815.
Yes, he was first.
Third place to Jim here for his Old Guard 1815. Second place to Mike Armstrong for Yoda. And first going to Peter Ledesma for his RAF pilot.
I appreciate the help. Thanks.
37, sci-fi and fantasy figures.
There you go. Congrats.
Third place, Dave McGowan for the Goblin Lamp. Second, going to John Brubaker for Gandalf the Grey, dismounted. And first place going to Kunio Imaizumi for the Kappa Gajiro. We got Kunio Imaizumi, are you here? Oh, here he comes. All right. Category 38.
Congratulations.
Robotic, Mech and Gundam. We have a split. This is, looks like we're splitting large and small. So the large subjects in the sci-fi, misc, and mech category. Third place, Clementine for the Dom Barrage. We have second place going to Tan Yo for the Twins. And a first place going to Freddy Torres for the Mad Max. $35B, this is the smaller ones. We have Third place going to Angel de la Cruz for the Round Woa.
Here he comes.
What the hell?
Woundwort. Wart. Oh, okay, I see the R now. Woundwort. Okay. All right. Woundwort. Angel. Second place going to Clementine for the RX 78.3 Gundam Head. And we've got a first place to Jonathan Alejandro for the Mecha Bear. All right. So the Mecha category is done. Now we're on into 39 sci-fi, fantasy, and real spacecraft. Sponsored by the South Orange County IPMS Insane Model Posse Club. And we have a split in this category. Category 39A is the Star Trek, Star Wars, and anime spaceships. Third place is going to Steve Traversy for his Star Wars X-Wing. Second place, Dan Salas for the Centennial of Naval Aviation VF-1S. And a first place going to Tan No for the Hemsarad Clan Astro Cruiser. All right, the other side of it, all others. Third place going to Joe Zabwocki for the V2 rocket. Second place going to Jim Wexler for the Bang Hammer assault tank. First going to Bill Evans for the Neutral Zone Smuggler Blood Moon. So Bill Evans, we're waiting for you. Oh, Bill Evans, yeah. A couple of them for Bill Evans. Okay, they're already clicking, yes. All right. 40, humor and modeling, all types and scales. Third place, Kevin Collins for the War Tunes Tiger 1. Second place going to Jim Wexler for No More Burritos. This is the zombie coming out of the outhouse. First place, Chandra Stewart for the Monster Movie Night. 41, miscellaneous, everything that doesn't fit anywhere else. Third place to Roger Encarnacion for the MQ-9 Reaper drone. Second, going to Tex Valadez for the BMW 003E jet engine. And first place going to Olivier Galgani for his Viper Mark II in VFA 103 Jolly Rogers markings. '42 collections. Third place, Pat Cohen for his Chukan diorama vignette collection. Second place going to Tan Yo for the Imperialia Aeronautica. And first place going to Julian English for the A6M Zero collection. And folks, believe it or not, we have cleared all the categories now and we are on to the best ofs. So, we are going to start with the Best Aircraft category, sponsored by those Gundam guys. And our winner is Keith Munt for the A6M2K Zero Trainer. Come on up, Keith. Okay. Congratulations, Keith. Best aircraft.
That's 3 years in a row.
Yeah, that is 3 years in a row. This guy is good. Best automotive subject, sponsored by Icon Automotive Miniatures. Winner is Mark Jones for the V6-7. There he comes. Best figure,
Congratulations, man.
the V6-7. It's the blue or purple one over here on the side. All right, best figure, sponsored by Dan and Shelby Matthews. Winner is, oh boy, Peter Ledesma? Peter Ledesma for the RAF Pilot. There he comes. Best military vehicle, sponsored by SoCal Amps. Winner is Conrad Schreier for the Tiron 6 tank. There he is. All right.
Congratulations, sir.
Best sci-fi fantasy. Tiron 6. Yep. Best sci-fi fantasy sponsored by Military Hobbies. Winner is Bill Evans for the Neutral Zone Smuggler, Blood Moon. Now, several of our categories that have never had their own best ofs, we kind of grouped them together. We decided to call it the best of the rest. So this is ships, this is dioramas, this is the miscellaneous humor categories. Out of that bunch, that's complicated judging there, but we got it in. Sponsor is Military Hobbies, so the best of the rest is going to Sean Hayes for the Keep It Coming Red Ball Express diorama. Oh yes. I should let you know, if you are interested in having a box to keep these in, we have the original shipping boxes. They're just nice protective covers. If you want the box your award came in, let us know. We'd be glad to give it to you. All right. So, where is our club president? Do you want to do the final three? Or do you want me to take care of it? All right. All right, he's given me permission to do the final three, the big three awards for our show. I'm going to start with the award we've named in honor of our departed, well-honored member, Jim Woody. This is the Jim Woody Memorial Award for Excellence in Naval Aviation Modeling. This goes to the best U.S. Naval Aviation subject. For this year, the Jim Woody Award goes to Craig Brown for his F9F Panther. All right, where's Craig? Here he is. Well, Craig's not here. His designated person. All right. Our theme for this year's show was D-Day. 75th anniversary of D-Day. So this is for any subject that was used anywhere in the world on June 6, 1944. But it does go, in this year, it goes to an actual D-Day aircraft, Julian English's Hawker Typhoon Mark 1B. And now, best of show for Orangecon 2019 is going to Keith Munt for the A6M20 trainer. Third year in a row, I think. Man, this guy's good. Look at his builds and tell me this man doesn't deserve it. This guy is good.
Absolutely, congratulations.
Yeah. Bill Evans. Where's Bill? We got like 3 awards for you, Bill.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. All right. We've got, let's see. All right, this is Bill Evans, who won a second place for his T-34 vignette.
Yes, thank you.
See that one there?
Thank you.
He won a first place for his Neutral Zone Smuggler Blood Moon. And he also won the Best Sci-Fi Award for the same.
Thank you.
And that, everyone, wraps up the awards. Thank you all for attending. The only thing we got left, we got the grand prize raffle drawing. So everyone who put tickets into the drawing, you're all in for this one. Must be present to win. Listen close, and we'll see if you got a winner.